So let's get the party started. Firstly, let's actually start with some positive news. So we've got a meetup, Kaspa family in Singapore, and that's going to happen on 19th of September. And obviously the whole Kaspa family is going to be celebrating the KRC20, so on and so forth. And that is supported by KEF, Kaspa Ecosystem Foundation, and we've got some media support. And why am I actually mentioning about that media? We've got some Asian media covering that as well, I would imagine Singaporean and other ones, and that obviously is basically advertising of Kaspa as a cryptocurrency in the world. So these meetups are always great to have, and I'm mentioning about it basically. So now another part of bullish news long term, I believe, we've got UK to legally recognize cryptocurrency like Bitcoin as personal property. You know, huge adoption is basically common, well, with this cycle, I believe. And now let's have a look at our beloved Kaspa. So that is a 4-hourly time frame, guys. I have basically deleted these support lines to make the chart a little bit more clear, and we are still going to, of course, draw supports and resistance on the chart. However, you know, I've drawn this huge channel in weekly, but I'm going to get into that very soon. Let's actually have a look at 4-hourly first. So looking at Kaspa on 4-hourly, guys, we basically do have this level of resistance that's being hit basically. Let me just click in here. So as you guys see, 4-hourly candle is basically going towards the downside. So as you guys see, this is a huge level in here. We've got lots of confirmations roughly in that area. However, stochastic RSI is basically showing such momentum. If we are going to look at the standpoint of this resistance, probably on 4-hourly that could reset towards the downside. But let's have a look at the daily time frame for Kaspa, and let's have a look what is going on. So as you guys see, we have broke above this mid-range in here for Kaspa, and now we are basically going towards the downside from that resistance in here on a daily. That's more clear. And also stochastic RSI basically reached that ceiling. So there are possible two scenarios for Kaspa depending on the momentum, and of course the news are also going to determine if this momentum is going to be strong. So scenario number one, the daily for Kaspa is going to be downward momentum from the standpoint of stochastic RSI, and also a retest of this level as a support, which is that mid-range of the channel that I've just mentioned about, right? So that could be scenario number one. And scenario number two, we are going to see bullish catalysts that are upcoming, I believe, which is obviously KRC20, and that momentum on a daily could look like this, for example. So we could see a little bit of a pullback and still be in that range, just like it happened here basically. I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but these are two possible scenarios for Kaspa. So the question is that a good time to buy Kaspa? Well, not a financial advice, of course, just my opinion. Well, it's definitely better to buy right now rather than at all-time highs, 24%. So if you're going to buy now, for example, or accumulate more, depending if you are new or not, you are going to be up 24% roughly if Kaspa is going to reach its previous all-time highs, and of course new all-time highs, it's still going to be healthy profit. So now, before I'm going to go into Kaspa, I would like to actually have a look at BTC and, you know, determine of what is going on with BTC. So let's have a look at the 4-hourly time frame, guys, and referring to this previous alert, actually BTC went towards the downside according to liquidity that I've mentioned about 2 updates ago, I believe. So let's have a look in here. So we've got a crossed horizontal line at price of $56,086, as you guys see in here. So what is going on at the moment? At the moment, BTC is being rejected from this level of $58,364 and most likely perhaps going to retest this level as a support. So now let's quickly have a look at the liquidity for BTC. So at the moment, on a daily at least, from the standpoint of the daily time frame, many people are actually betting that BTC is going to, well, see downward momentum. So let's have a look at the heat map. Let's click on 24, and liquidity is basically laying in this area. So now BTC could trade either towards 57k or 58,492. I'm not going to mark it on the chart on this particular occasion. I'm not trading, at least not yet. This is just FYI, guys. But what I'm going to say is that long term BTC is definitely, well, I'm confident, not a financial advice, is that BTC is going to see much much higher prices once we are going to leave this boring zone. So now coming back to Kaspa, looks like Kaspa is about to pump. Stochastic RSI is making bullish cross, and if Kaspa will reach the top of the upward channel, it can see the top of around 22 cents. Second scenario will be that Kaspa will exit the channel and will make a proper pump. So let's have a look, guys. As you can see, I'm basically mentioning about the stochastic RSI on every single update. I'm not saying that this is gold indicator. However, this is, well, a great kind of indicator to determine of what might potentially happen in the market. So weekly time frame is definitely, well, much more confident. I'm much more confident in a weekly time frame that Kaspa can actually see another top in that channel. And if momentum is going to be strong, I do expect Kaspa smashing through 30 cents of a dollar. If that is going to happen, heck, let's see in coming days if I'm right or not. This is just my opinion. Now, fear and greed is sitting at 31, and now BTC chart according to Mr. AO on X. BTC bull run begins, and every time global liquidity increases and breaks out, BTC bull run begins. Guys, let's have a look. We've got global liquidity in here, and every single time this thing is actually going towards the upside, BTC is experiencing a bull cycle. So could we see 500k? I know that many people are going to be laughing. I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but it definitely could, especially when we are experiencing that institutional adoption. However, make sure that you take out your profits along the way. And now, very important chart on a 2-monthly time frame. So this is macro, guys. Shout out to Mr. Titan, and he's saying that in past cycles, every time a golden cross appeared on a 2-month chart, it led to a massive BTC rally. Will this time be any different? Guys, let's have a look. So we had a golden cross, well, let's say in here, not really, but that basically started in here, and that occurred in 2013. BTC experienced a huge cycle, massive rally. Now we've got golden cross in 2017, as you guys see, and BTC experienced massive rally. So that also played in here in 2021, and this is what's going on at the moment, guys. So do you really think that BTC is going to see downward momentum? I mean, for the bears. And now altcoins, according to Mr. Pro, this is total crypto market cap excluding top 10 dominance on a daily chart. So retest of the neckline is currently taking place, and from the standpoint of technicals, as you guys see, retest of this neckline is, well, basically happening at the moment. So we got the first pump, rejection, retest of this level as a support, another pump, and then altcoins dominant smash through this neckline, and then based on technicals we have a retest. So after this retest is going to complete, we could potentially see a breakout towards the upside as per falling wedge and inverse head and shoulders pattern. And now, guys, on the top of that, Max is pointing out that Bitcoin is forming a massive inverse head and shoulders pattern, and the breakout is going to be explosive. So you do have to remember that this inverse head and shoulder is basically on a very macro picture, because this is what happened in 2021, which is also connected with the bear cycle, which is lows of this current cycle. Well, the previous bear cycle, and the start of this current bull cycle. And now we have this huge pullback on a monthly time frame, which is the right shoulder. So the breakout is going to happen. Heck, let's see. Also, Trader Tarot is pointing out the fact that Bitcoin underwent a 222-day consolidation in March to October last year, and the current consolidation is almost reaching the same duration. So guys, many people are shaking their pants based on what they are seeing on the chart of BTC at the moment. However, the previous consolidation, well, besides this one in here, was 222 days, and this is where people were giving up on crypto as well. However, this pump happened, and this pump happened. So if BTC is going to reach the 222 days, which is going to be roughly October/November, could we see a pump around that time? And now chart for altcoins based on the previous cycle. So we had accumulation, the first breakout outside of that accumulation zone, and then we had the fallen wedge slash bull flag, whatever, and then the proper continuation of a parabolic stage of this cycle. So the same thing is basically occurring at the moment in this cycle. We had a huge accumulation, the first leg up, pullback, and then another leg up, but obviously that looks a little bit different due to the fact that we had this ETF inflows. So altcoins could actually see huge tops this cycle. Let's see, guys. And now, very important chart, so better pay attention. So total crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin on a 3 daily chart, so altcoins with Ethereum included. Mr. Prof is highlighting that a breakout from a Wyckoff accumulation pattern that has been formed over years and now is a descending broadening wedge that has been in the making for 6 months. So guys, if you are going to look at this schematic, basically that's boring thing. I know that you don't want to listen about that, but basically better you understand the charts, better entries and exits you have in this market. So at the moment, altcoins are perfectly following this schematics. So now altcoins are basically in this, well, falling wedge, bull flag, whatever, and that's obviously reflecting BTC's chart. So if that is going to go according to the plan, descending broadening wedge, we could see a huge pump towards the upside for altcoins, guys. And I'm pretty sure that many people are going to FOMO into, well, Kaspa, BTC or whatever crypto when it's going to be too late. Anyways, that's it what I've got for you today. I hope that you have guys enjoyed this update and I wish you have a great day. Peace and love, crypto.